2-10. He pops it up on the infield. And Henderson will make the catch. They called infield fly rule. No, they called interference.
They're calling him out. They're calling, I believe they're calling the game over.
Wait a minute. They're calling game over. They're saying Andrew Vaughn interfered with Henderson at short. So they're calling Vaughn out. Let's take a look at this, Steve.
Well, Andrew did not do anything intentionally to deal at all with Henderson because he never saw him. Look, he doesn't know where Henderson is. Henderson's in back of him.
And he's just going back to the bag.
And he chooses to go around him. You got to go back to the bag.
No, they can't end the game like this.
Well, it's an infield fly rule, and
no way.
This would be an unbelievable ending.
Adrian Johnson, as the crew chief, you got to take over here. That cannot be how this game ends. They called infield fly rule, and then they called Andrew Vaughn out at second for obstructing Henderson at short.
But that's a terrible call. Andrew had no idea where he was, and Henderson went around him. He didn't interfere. He made the catch. It was an automatic out anyway. This is a horrible ending to this
We've
game.
seen some bad calls this season. That is one of the worst calls I have ever seen. That is terrible. Pedro is still talking to the crew chief, Adrian Johnson, because this just doesn't even make sense. Vaughn is walking back to the bag with his back to the fielder. And they end the game like this? Come on, what is this nonsense?
Take a look at Andrew and take a look at what Henderson did. He had plenty of time to get to the ball. He didn't interfere with his ability to catch it. Andrew doesn't see him. Henderson just goes around, and then they call game over. Wow.
That is...
Well, first of all, you're assuming that Andrew Vaughn can both look at the pop-up and then look behind him to see where he is to end the game like that. It's impossible to do that if you're a base runner. Absolutely impossible.
I don't even have any words right now. I'm at a loss, and I'm trying to keep my job, so I'm not going to say anything. Steve, it's been a night.
Yes,
we thought we could have come back, but that happened. Let's just send it to the post-game show. I don't even know what that was.